last night, the 2019 Hall of Fame for NASCAR was inducted. The drivers/owners were Roger Penske, Jack Roush, Jeff Gordon, Alan Kulwicki, and Davey Allison. It's a pretty cool ceremony. Obviously, being in the Hall of Fame is a big deal for anyone. So for these guys, it was a big deal. Sadly, Alan Kulwicki and Davey Allison they have died, but they had family and former employees, workers, teammates, owners that spoke for them and just talked about them, which was really cool. And then obviously for Roger Penske, one of the most successful owners in the business, he spoke, he gave his speech, but his 3 NASCAR drivers came up to speak for him. So Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano. And then you had Jack Roush. He's also a very successful owner. He had Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and I think Mark Martin or Jeff Burton. But he had a lot of drivers there. I think Kenseth was there. I think Biffle was even there. So he had a nice little gathering. And then Jeff Gordon, obviously, he had his family there. Rick Hendrick. I think all of his former crew chiefs were there. I think he said that in his speech. But yeah, I'm a big Jeff Gordon fan, so I'm just going to talk about Jeff Gordon for a minute while playing Real Racing 3 and the William Byron number 24 Exalta scheme. And then we might go to NASCAR Heat Mobile. But I haven't unlocked this car yet, and I wanted you to see me race it, so that's why we're here on NASCAR Heat 3 with the Jeff Gordon paint scheme. So here we go. Going to race at Indianapolis, where Jeff Gordon has done very well in his career. So, I've been a NASCAR fan since 2010. My first favorite driver was Jeff Gordon because I got Jeff Gordon's shirt in 2010. And, I've liked him ever since then. And I'm trying to think of all of his wins. I'm just thinking of all the wins and all the reactions I've had to anything he's done in his career. So 2010, he didn't win. I remember I was at the race that he got in a fight with Jeff Burton, and I got really heated over that for some reason. I wonder why. And so after that, 2011, he wins at Phoenix, the second race. I was super happy, right? As anyone would be. And geez, stack up. Oh, crash! No, stop it. I'm already in 21st, and the pack is gone. But anyways, Gordon, he won in Phoenix. That was really cool. I remember I was in a car ride home from dinner or something, and I saw that, and I started freaking out. Then the other win that year was Pocono. Pocono, I was watching that at home. I was pretty happy. Atlanta, his 85th career win. That was a pretty cool moment. I was coming home from school because it was a rain-shortened race. Oh, they're slowing up here too. That was a rain-shortened race, and I was able to hear that after school that day, which was, oh, crap. Get out of my way, Hanny. We got a dead car. Well, they just got me the lead. But anyways, I got home, or I was going home. My mom told me. That was pretty cool. I was very happy. And then 2012 wasn't a great year for Gordon. He had a couple wins. He got a rain-shortened race win. That was pretty neat. I was pretty happy about that, obviously him winning. And then the Homestead race he won. But before that, he got in a giant scuffle with Clint Bowyer. I remember that. And I remember probably for 2 weeks straight, I just watched the videos of Clint Bowyer making him mad so I could justify me being mad at Clint Bowyer. And I didn't like Clint Bowyer for a while. In 2014 when Gordon got wrecked by Keselowski, Bowyer was the reason for the caution before that. And I was like, Bowyer intentionally wrecked so that Gordon wouldn't win the race. This is total crap. I started freaking out about that, but, it wasn't intentional. Don't worry. But anyways, 2013, Gordon only won one race at Martinsville, and it actually got him in the points battle for the championship, and I was like, he's going to win the championship. Then the next week at Texas, he blew a tire and wrecked, and that was pretty much it. That ruined his chances. 2014 was my favorite year as I've been a NASCAR fan. because Gordon led the points most of the year. He won 4 races. He should have been in the championship race, but, Ryan Newman with 0 wins and like 5 top 5s deserves it more than a guy with 4 wins and like 20 top 5s, because that's logical. Right, NASCAR? Of course. And that was just such a fun year because Gordon was running up front. He was winning races. He was leading laps. And the first race he won that year was Kansas. He barely held off Harvick. Oh, man, that was a stressful race. Just watching that, I remember I was like, I used to be very superstitious to where I would not move my positioning when I was sitting on a couch or like a chair or something. It's gotten better, don't worry, but it was really bad, and I was scared that he would lose the race, but he didn't, and he won, and I could be happy. Then, what else? The Brickyard 400, that was a pretty cool race. That was a pretty emotional race for everyone. Him, his team. That was one of my favorite races of the year. He started second, ended up winning the race. Just great car. That restart at the end was awesome. When he started on the outside of Casey Kane, he kind of did what I'm doing right here, and he's just going to shoot to the outside. He cleared him, and then he took off with the win. And then, drifted. Okay, saved it. Anyways, yeah. Then he won. And then he won Michigan after dominating, after having the pole and stuff. And then the last race he won that year was Dover. I watched the last 100 laps. That's when he took the lead and pulled away and stuff. That was like, I never thought at that point, I was like, this could be his last career win. I was like, he's going to go win the championship. Let's go. He's going to win like 20 races next year, even if he doesn't win the championship. Then he didn't win the championship because the system was dumb. And a guy with 0 wins and like 5 top 5s can make it over a guy with 4 wins and like 10 top 5 or 20 top 5s. But that's just me. So, anyways, Gordon got ripped off of that 2014 championship. 2015 came around. He said he was going to retire. I didn't cry. Yes, I cried. That was sad. Very sad. Come on. All Gordon fans cried. Admit it. If you don't admit it, you're lying. So, anyways, he announced he was retiring. I was like, all right, he's just going to go out and win 36 races and walk off with the championship, right? Not exactly. It was a rough year as a fan. Just watching it. Daytona 500, he crashed. Atlanta, crash. Vegas, started on pole, or got the pole, but crashed in practice and then finished 18th because he had to drop to the rear and he couldn't really do much after that. It was a rough race, or a rough season. Martinsville, the first Martinsville, he was leading with like 20 to go. Speeding penalty, rallied back to get a top 10. Should have won that race. It was just a rough year. And I forgot to mention the Keselowski thing, but yeah, I didn't like Keselowski for a long time. But I was at that race too, actually. I remember I was yelling. When Gordon ended up spinning, I like punched a chair. It hurt. I was not happy that Gordon had spun out and was eliminated. But anyways, Gordon 2015, rough season. Then the playoffs came around. He barely made it. He kept on advancing, and I was like, I don't know how he's advancing. He really shouldn't even be advancing, honestly. Then he won at Martinsville. I lost my mind like every other Jeff Gordon fan. Everyone was losing their minds in the NASCAR world. And then he went to Homestead. I was like, holy crap, what if he actually does win the championship? And there were moments that he was leading, and I was like, oh my gosh, he actually might win. Then he ran like 11th for a lot of the race. He finished, drift, save it. Okay, thank you, Keselowski. And then he ended up saving it. Or no, I didn't. Yeah, he ended up saving the finish by a late race restart, finishing 6th place and 3rd in the championship. A good way to cap off the career, and then, yeah, that was his career. April Fools! He came back. 2016, Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a concussion, and that was obviously, that no injury is ever good for anyone, especially concussion. The damage that it can do to a human being, the brain damage, the after effects, it's really bad, concussions. And so, I just lost 2nd place. Yeah, that car is really screwing everyone over. But anyways, Gordon comes in for some, Bowman comes in for some, and Gordon, he didn't do that bad. I went to his 800th start at Watkins Glen. I have a video I'll put that at the end somewhere up here. And it was a pretty neat race. He, like 4 laps into the race, he got a giant hole in his car. But then he rallied back and finished like 13th or something, so that was pretty neat. I think that was the career high laps led for Danica Patrick in that race. She led like 10 laps. It was pretty neat, but seeing Gordon's 800th start, that was cool. I still have the towel that says Gordon's 800th. And so, yeah, he did that. He got a top 10 at Bristol, Richmond, or Dover. I can't remember which one. And then he finished his last career race was at Martinsville, and he got 6th place. So his last career race at Miami, people thought it was going to be his final finish, 6th place, and then he ends up finishing Martinsville 6th place. So his last career finish was still 6th place. Great career for him, obviously. So, as I said, big Gordon fan. Have a lot of t-shirts, hats, die-cast, 33 of them to be exact. Like 5 hats, like 4 or 5 shirts. But yeah, so I'm a big Jeff Gordon fan, if you didn't pick up on that. And I'm very happy that he had a successful career and that he finished off his career on top. Obviously not at the top of the top, but up there, competing. And, you know, it's an emotional ending to his career, obviously, the Tom Cruise at the speech thing. And then last night, he got very emotional. So just really cool to see that and see the fan support, because so many people used to hate him. And now everyone obviously respecting his career and what he's done for the sport. So obviously a lot of respect for him and a lot of respect for what he has done for the sport and for outside of the sport with his foundation, his family, and all that. So really cool to see. So his final career stats, he started 805 races. I think it was, 797 consecutive, which is a NASCAR record. And, man, that's insane. He won 93 races, competed against Dale Earnhardt, a 7-time championship. His first start was Richard Petty's last start, another 7-time champion. And Jimmy Johnson, who he basically founded and is a part-time owner in his car, a 7-time champion, competed against him too. So he has competed against all 3 7-time champions. And, yeah, he went head-to-head with Earnhardt, head-to-head with Johnson. He's got 4 championships, 4 Winston Cup Series championships. Never got the Sprint Cup, sadly. But 93 wins, 5 Brickyard 400s, which is the most all-time. I think 3 Daytona 500s, a few Southern 500s, I think 4 maybe? 3 or 4? No, I feel like it's more. He's won a lot of Southern 500s, though. Coca-Cola 600 was his first career win. 9 Martinsville wins. He's had a successful career, not just at any type of track, but at every type of track. Restrictor plates, short tracks, 1.5 miles, everywhere. He won at every track except for one, Kentucky. Man, Kentucky, the new track. But yeah, obviously, here we go. Look at his throwback scheme. No, that's not what I wanted. Go back to Byron. Yeah. Throwback scheme, this is Byron's car. Just looking at that, pretty cool. Trying to unlock that on NASCAR Heat Mobile, which you should play. It's fun. As I said, 93 wins, 325 top 5s, 477 top 10s, 81 poles, 231,223 laps, and 24,936 laps led. That's crazy. Golly. Jeez. His average start was 10.5. His average finish was 12.5. Man. Gordon, what a career. Wow. 1992, ran 1 race. 2016, ran 8 races. Everything in between, he ran every race. So, Jeff Gordon, a Rookie of the Year, a champion, race winner, everything he's done for the sport. Thank you to Jeff Gordon. Awesome career. Congratulations on the induction in the Hall of Fame. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.